Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17, and just a friendly reminder due to new changes on YouTube, my content is mostly strategy games of T to M rated varieties, mostly M involving Company of Heroes 2 as you are currently watching. This is not meant for kids, this content is meant for adults who enjoy online strategy games of World War II. Remember, this is an M rated game and not meant for kids. I cannot stress this enough. Any case, let's get to the content. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17. In case you have no idea what I was talking about in the beginning, YouTube is currently going under changes with a lot of child policies involving COPPA. Some of which is making a lot of different content creators from animation to video gaming very concerned, or just normal content in general. A lot of YouTubers are very, very worried about the state of YouTube, and I put that out as just a general reminder that my content is meant for adults. Like 99% of you are from my analytics. No, I'm sorry, 100% of you are. Again, thank you for watching my content, and thank you for subscribing. Again, if you do so, it really helps out. But if you know of an animated channel, let's say Jaden Animations or Daria Cohen with the Vampire series, or maybe with another set of video gamers, again, Funhouse in particular, make sure you go help them out in terms of subscribing, liking their content, especially as the new year approaches, because with this whole COPPA situation, there could be a lot of people on YouTube that are forced to go kid-friendly when in actuality they are not. For example, Daria Cohen's content for the Vampire series, absolutely not kids content, or Skippy for that matter. Not for young kids, I would say, with the amount of blobs he's blown up. But I just want to put this in the beginning of it because I want to stress across this. This is affecting a lot of YouTubers, or potentially, and again, your support does matter. So for those who don't know, in case you're labeled as kid, you can't search for the video. 90% ads are gone, and pretty much they don't show up in a YouTube feed. So yeah, that's enough of that. Please make sure you go check out and help out content creators. In general, but especially if it starts being affected. But let's get to this game, shall we? Oh my god, we have... Oh boy. So we got 3v3 on Rise of Winter. MG suppressing some American... Or trying to suppress American forces. Americans getting away. They did kill an Ostrupen squad. Good job. Ostrupen, no, you really can't rely on them, I guess. Any case, this 3v3 group on Rise of Winter is Rosant, Ao, Mavi versus Alzar, Spartycus, and Ozat. Double check their ranks real quick. Okay, a little bit weaker. Allies look a little bit meatier, but they all are all American in this group, so we'll see how that goes. They have artillery, heavy armor. They actually have two guys with heavy armor. Never double up. That's a big no-no. That's a hell of a no-no because, again, same strategy, easily to counter. Rifleman open fire. It's not going to do really anything to this bunker. We'll kill the pioneers in said bunker. So I guess that's the idea there. Right now, Grenadiers are like, yeah, we're going to ignore that while they take fire and just push on forward. Not a bad idea. Push back the mortar and try to retake mid, which they're doing. On the right, again, it seems like they're not even focusing on this left-hand front. They're focusing entirely in mid. Although it seems like he's falling back numbers men. We can see here that AO, or I'll just say AC. AC is pretty much locking down this right-hand side while you have this OKW player, Rosent. Yeah, sure. Is currently trying to grab the fuel, the resources. Not a bad idea. Again, this map, if you could try to go for this other fuel, but judging by the position, it's very easy to defend. I was not expecting this American player, Ozat, to just charge against the enemy. That's kind of interesting, to say the least. And also, it's kind of interesting that this... Again, I harp on the Wehrmacht for, spamming MGs, but he has not gone MGs. He has absolutely not gone a single MG. Except for this MG bunker, which it's hilarious how now they're all being suppressed like a chain because they're all grouped together. So, mwah, just perfect. Oh, real quick, if you have no idea how to play this game and you're looking for intro, I do a ton of intro videos on each faction and also best units in rank and tier maker, just to name a few things I do. So if you want a how-to guide or a how-to and videos, highly recommend that stuff. Any case, MG, I'm assuming trying to get in there if the Lieutenant gets closer. Nice job, Spartycus, getting grenades. Thank God someone gets it. You may have not done a lot with the grenade, but again, if they put down MG, you can smoke it. Lieutenant, get the hell out of there. I mean, definitely. Oh my God, never mind. He just killed a Pioneer squad. And the Americans are coming in. His allies are more Spartacus-owned forces, plus, was it Osvar charging. Grenade going off. Oh, getting a nice shot on the MG and Ostrup, but Ostrup falling back. And yeah, that's a big ol' American blob advancing. Good job taking over the MG42. Again, you can say, oh, Greyshot, what about, how are you supposed to fight that? Well, upgrading this to an MG42 might have been a way to stop that, but, or at least suppress them from moving forward. Meanwhile, we still have a lot of American forces here. Building cover. Again, echelons can build tank traps, which are great heavy cover. Oh, this squad is so close to dying. Yeah, get the hell out of there. Germans with Ostrupen doctrine, as we saw. Vesting support, so a lot of support with artillery, smoke, etc. And Rosemont with artillery focus, or fortification focus, with also packs and such. Overall, not bad. Allies counterattacking pretty damn hard, hitting mid. Meanwhile, the Germans still have the right-hand side, although I think they need to focus a little bit more effort in mid. While it's great they're holding their fuel, making sure the enemy can't get close to it, it's also concerning. Okay, you got the bunker there. It's also concerning because they're literally just charging head-on into mid, and there's multiple allied players doing so. And I do not think that Mavi Bear can keep holding on to this front. So, that's just me. Anyway, Lieutenant opening fire, using the bazooka to try to knock out that bunker. Pioneers desperately trying to heal it. Grenadiers, again, need to get in some cover or get close to open fire on that unit. I know it's better close range. Rifle grenade, though, easy way to push him out of that cover, and does, and he falls back. So very, very good job with that. Mortar's still coming down. Grenadiers using that heavy cover they made against the American. Again, smart move, use the heavy cover against them. Even with the medium cover, the Grenadiers should be able to easily win that fight due to the superior cover. And the mortar coverage that is currently coming from the mortar half-track, which looks like got hit with some AT grenade or anti-tank grenade from the rifleman or something. Fighting positions being made, which might be okay. I truly think this is going to die very quick for the mortars. So, we'll see how well that goes. Meanwhile, on the right, again, we have a lieutenant. We do have a utility car. It's been a while since I've seen this thing. Very good against infantry, and also you can deploy the guy inside for a bazooka team if you're in need of that. You need to get that final shot on something that's susceptible to a bazooka. But the thing about it is also it lays down mines. I love these mines because they're incredibly powerful against medium armor, and you can quickly deploy them. Like this guy's Teller mine they lay down. Very, very good in crippling medium armor, killing light armor. So if you can use that effectively, oh boy, that can be good. Stewart advancing on the mortar half-tracks. He does have Panzer Grenadiers, but not really any AT right now. He's not even close to getting any Panzer tracks, honestly. Very surprised that he is not upgraded to the light mechanized Campania, because you figure he would do that to get pack guns or, I don't know, a scout car with a flame half-track or anything to really push back the the American infantry that are currently putting a lot of pressure on him. Meanwhile, a big assault led by Spartycus moving on in. Ostrupen, though, showing that you can rely on them, getting heavy cover, building some more cover, and just trying to put up a fight against these American forces backed up by an MG. They do have a American force that's on their flank, and there is smoke dropping on the MG to allow the Americans time to capture the point. Mortar cover, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's the mortar dropping smoke. I thought it was the smoke ability, but apparently not. Utility car as well, providing supportive coverage. Stewart being ballsy as hell. These guys have Panzerfaust, by the way. Wait, hold on. Hey, AO, you still need to build a building. Ostrupen are fine, but Mass Panzerfaust is where they kind of are graded. And, yeah, because you didn't build a building, you're kind of screwing them a little bit. Oh, no. Is another one going to die? Please don't let another one die. Okay. At the very least, they didn't die. They're heavy cover, so they'll do better. They'll at least fight better in cover. Oh my god, Rifleman barely alive. Stewart looks like got hit by something. I'm assuming a Panzerfaust from a Grenadier squad. Ostrupen being pushed back. It's about to die. It's gonna die. Yep, there it goes. God damn it. Well, that could have gone better. Meanwhile, German forces pushing on the right. Ambulance trying to help heal the Americans to hold the front. Not happening. Germans are busting through. And they got, again, more artillery with support guns opening fire. Panzer headquarters well upgraded. Facing the wrong way, the Panzer headquarters main gun should be absolutely positioned to always face where the enemy could be coming from, so that way it's quick fire rate on them. But at the bare minimum, support guns will continue to light up the American advance, and most likely they will be held back. However, once again, we have this American player on the left being Alzat, literally taking over this front and doing quite well. Oh wait, sorry, Alzat and Ozvar, there we go. Alzat, Ozvar, there we go. Trying to remember their names. Stuart, just kicked the bucket. Rifleman opening fire on the MG, trying to stop it. There's another MG, though, being placed, so get the hell out of there, man. I guess he's trying to grab the munitions before things get really dicey, which is, I guess, fine. My only thing about it is, yeah, the MG will tear apart you pretty quickly, so, yeah, pull back. Second Stuart by Spartycus is on the field now, but the pack gun is still right there. Barely out of range, though, quickly moving up. We still have Rosenit fighting on the right, and we do have some of Ozvar's forces kind of moving in to counter. He has equipped his men with bars. Great. Fantastic move. I hate it when I see a bunch of American infantry not upgraded. They are all upgraded, incredibly powerful, while these Volk squads aren't. They are just given basic rifles and told, hey, go fight the Americans. Yeah, they're not going to work. I don't know why he threw a grenade on them, but yeah, you killed them pretty quick. You're walking back into the fire. Maybe not the smartest move. Oh my god. Support guns annihilating the riflemen. Good job right there. Panzer headquarters as well, stopping the riflemen from advancing any further, causing a few models of casualties. Support guns returning fire as well, hurting the building. Almost brought it down. It's super close to falling apart. Meanwhile, once again, AO has no upgrades. I have no idea what AO is doing right now. AO needs armor immediately in order to keep this fight going. So we'll see how things go. MG's coming up to help stop the American advance. He has 3 MGs. Mavi, you have no MGs. I'll give you a little more credit. But you also have very low manpower and fuel, and I don't know what you're spending it on. Never mind, you just upgraded. That's why. Riflemen pushing on forward. They're going to try to rifle grenade these mortar half-tracks, I would have to assume. Yep, they are. Unfortunately, not enough to kill him. Not enough. The Americans only have a mortar, and Spartacus has a mortar himself. But the reason I bring that up is they don't have long range, like American howitzers to really smash the enemy. They have to get closer with these mortars, which aren't as powerful as those howitzers, which is fine. Also, we got LMGs for his men, so, you know, better long range. But a concern would be if they have mortar half-tracks, they could out-DPS you, and you couldn't really kill them. Especially in this scenario where they're dropping additional weaponry for themselves. We got PaK and MG34, and some crates of fuel. Not a bad supply drop for, I mean, it's 400 manpower, but not too shabby for getting a free PaK, MG, and some fuel. Again, I don't know why the mortar half-track's here next to the rifleman, but I digress. Stuart and a utility car moving on up, being like, hey, maybe we could take advantage of this situation. They are oh, good grenade right there. At least I think that was a grenade. Either that was a mortar. Although, judging by the positioning, I think they were just in range for a grenade. Stuart opening fire. Might be able to get a kill on that mortar half-track. PaK gun, though, is lighting it up. Trying to get the final kill. Miss! PaK gun returning fire. Gets a great shot. Knocks out its main weapon. And the Stuart has to fall back. Second PaK gun was also being set up. If it was up a little bit sooner, it possibly could have killed it. Meanwhile, that is, what's the guy's name? Rosenit's forces. So while he is over here, by the way, this support gun's got 10 kills, vet too. Not too shabby. But since he's over here and he's just chilling, he has a lot of men. He's actually, I think, has the most men on the field right now. He does. He absolutely does have the most men. So right now, I'm actually surprised he isn't pushing further. Though, being next to this guy's base, I get it. You don't want to. Maybe any... Okay, so he has a lot of support guns and stuff like that. Maybe an artillery piece? Look, I know, don't artillery spam. But I will say this. What you could theoretically do is use an artillery piece to just start smashing the American line, and then use your American comrade, oh sorry, German comrade, to smoke out the area so you can see where the enemy is. Anyway, a lot of casualties both on the American side and the German side. Grenade going off, they're advancing. Oh, great hit, 3 models dead. Pushing them back, almost a kill. Very close to a kill. Not enough though. Panzer Grenadiers trying to help hold the line. Volk squads holding against, oh god, Osvar's forces. Well, pretty much Osvar and Osset are both like trying to push on in. But the Germans are holding. They have actually pretty good cover. Counterpoint, they lost a lot of their support weaponry, so the mainline infantry is holding fine, but they need that pack gun to hold back, I don't know, the utility car and the Stuart. Without support, they are going to be dead in the water. Literally, I think the Americans will literally throw their bodies into the icy creek once the battle's over. Not good. So, what do they have to do? Well, first, regain the front, get back to support equipment, fall it back behind a stable front line in terms of overall frontline combat troops in order to help them, while also make sure that the combat troops are can protect the support equipment. Now, luckily, they got the pack gun back up. They easily pushed back the utility car. Hopefully, the Osttroop can come back and show that, you know, they can do something. But no, he is out of Osttroopen. AO is, like, lost every single man he has. So, not great. Not great to be an Osttroopen today. Meanwhile, we do have an Ostwind, which is very good against infantry, which the Americans might have to worry about. They don't have a pack gun, per se. Yeah, they have a lieutenant, which is fine for a bazooka, but maybe not so great in terms of overall AT presence, especially versus an Ostwind, which could tear it apart very quickly. Also, those mortar half-tracks. Again, so far they haven't died, and yeah, they're getting a number of kills. So even though they may not look all that great in terms of like 2 kills and 10 kills, even though it's a bit better, they are still doing a lot of damage toward the Allies. And the Allies right now are getting closer to getting additional resources. Spartycus has a ton of manpower, which is helping, but like, unfortunately, some of the other Allied players don't have a ton of fuel. Now, they have gone to Jackson, which is definitely positive, meaning the Axis need to deploy something to combat a Jackson. And they have pack guns, but the Panzer Grenadiers, but in a lot of manpower. Holy mackerel. Big push over here. I love a support gun, by the way, falling on back. Not a bad idea. Try to get him out of there. Stuart giving chase. Hey, guess what? Almost done. Not going to do anything versus a Stuart, so I don't know why you're charging. Riflemen advancing with the bar, trying to mow down these support guns. I almost guarantee they want those things dead. I'm surprised we haven't seen the pack gun move up. That's the only pack gun he really has to fight this stuff, and right now it's a losing fight against the Stuart because he can do nothing to kill it with that arsenal of infantry right there. He can Panzerfaust it, but he's keeping his distance. He won't fall for that. Meanwhile, surprising, Mavi actually pushing over to grab the star and the fuel. Ostwind as well, going to shred him pretty quickly. Somehow, I don't understand, but he's holding. I mean, I'm Rosenit is actually holding this front. Yeah, sure, his men have to fall back, but think how long he was holding against something that literally he can't kill. Now, unfortunately, he definitely helped give this thing more veterancy, but, you know, it could have been worse. Also, yeah, moving up a Jackson, not the smartest idea versus a ton of infantry, especially if this guy Panzerfaust, which I really hope he does. Doesn't look like he's paying all that much attention. Nope, there he goes. Panzerfaust inbound. Half dead. Pulling on back. Meanwhile, we have armor moving on in with the Ostwind. Again, maybe just have it kill the fight position. Panzer Grenadiers kind of guard against the Jackson. Might be a good combo. Also good teamwork. I like the ally coming in with the echelon to help speed things up. Germans do control the mid and now all 3 victory points. And also, now Mavi got Stug, which is actually pretty good fighting a Jackson. So, not the best, but it will do damage and possibly can kill it, especially with infantry support. So overall, not too shabby. Right now, again, if the Germans can control the fuel, that's huge, because that would, again, give them a boost. Now, unfortunately, you have this player like AO that has decided, fuck it, MG spam. Once again, not kids content. But I don't know how effective that's going to be against 2 American forces that can drop smoke anytime they want to get past MGs. You can make the argument there would be so many MGs that maybe they can't use the smoke, but we'll see. Meanwhile, combined allied force, well, pretty much every American player is coming on in. trying to fight out. Mostly offsats over here, trying to push back Mavi. Mavi's going to have a rough time, especially with his Ostwind, against all that infantry. Now, luckily, Panzer Grenadiers get some excellent shots in, and the Jackson is barely clinging on for dear life. More Panzer Trek shots on target. Kill target! Nice shot! Now get the hell out of there. I think he'll lose that because he's not retreating it. I don't know why. Maybe he's waiting for something. His Ostwind to go back with it. Anyway, it looks like Panzer Grenadiers are clinging on. Actually do manage. He dropped smoke for the retreat. Maybe a little bit sooner on that combo would be better. But hey, he pulled out and he did substantial damage. So Mavi, not too shabby. Meanwhile, Rosinant. Let's see how you are doing. Alright, you're fighting a blob and you're getting closer to the American base, but you have to worry. Oh, grenades going off. Oh, say goodbye. Oh! Oh! Damn! Okay, remember kids, this is not suited for you. There's a lot of dead bodies right there. Oh my god, that was... Jesus Christ. Alright, great grenade. I don't know which... I think I do. I think I found the rifleman squad that threw that grenade. I'm just going on a limb and saying this guy threw it. You know, just go on a limb and say he threw it. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is brutal. Anyway, that's three squads lost in a single grenade. Oh, but here's the Panther coming on in. Yeah, Little Stewart, you get the hell out of there. You're gonna be annihilated by that Panther. Oh my god. Dear logbook, I charged the enemy today. A Panther came out of the brush. I immediately yelled to my commander, back the fuck up. Oh. Anyway, American forces coming on and trying to push back that Panther. Bazooka team's got a rough time penetrating that front armor while the machine guns tear them apart. Support guns as well opening fire, but they need some heals. That's my one gripe. Now, luckily, support guns for right now are helping and easily pushing them back. MG as well suppressing them, which is very, very good. Again, we have Spartycus in mid trying to help out. And the Jackson for... we had the infantry force coming over here. But what Mavi coming in saying, nah, you're not holding this territory and counterattacking. So not too shabby. In mid, we got AO trying to push on in. We have a MG, 50 cal specifically. A captain with a bar. Again, a lot of very good forces to hold back the infantry. So overall, these guys are not going to be able to hold at all. What most likely will need to happen is a repositioning of their forces. To be 100% honest, instead of this MG's this way, flank where it's more open, like here, and that way you can hit them, or from this general direction. Don't come straight up. The best example I could see would be a flank this way, so you could actually help. You can help essentially break up this area to hopefully allow Rosinant to kind of just like come in with a 1-2 punch and knock out the American. Now, Osvar has a Jackson, so his Panther isn't going to be as effective as he may want it to be. But that doesn't mean it can't be as effective as it could be. If provided infantry support, he should be fine. Panzer Grenadiers pushing on the left. Again, Jackson, I don't think, wants to go in that fight. And right now, they have an Ostwind. They have a good force for any real battle against armor infantry. What he may end up doing is try to push mid. But nice job grabbing with the MG. I mean, you have literally an MG fighting force at this point, plus double Panzer IVs. Again, not sure if that's the best idea versus a... Oh, Panther died. I wonder from what? Did you kill it? No. Oh my god. Pershing's on the field. Okay, now you have to deal with heavy armor. Panzer IV is going to have some trouble with the Pershing. But we'll see how things go. Maybe the Pershing will be annihilated by a good armored charge. Maybe he'll stay up and, you know, pick some good fights. Whatever the case may be, most likely in this scenario, a direct assault not feasible with the amount of AT that is in this area. And a push on left, a little more likely because the Panzer Grenadiers are falling back. There is a pack gun over here you have to worry about, but it's not designed versus armor, meaning infantry will be hit, meaning armor has a little bit of a sponge layer that can absorb the hits. Great bundle grenade, looks like killed an American squad right there. So yeah, all Zat is feeling it. Mortar, again, we have a mortar carriage coming in, trying to get some nice shots from the Panzer Grenadiers. Unfortunately, there we go. Never mind. Great shot. The Panzer Grenadiers need to fall back before they die. Artillery is currently hitting that position. It's the heavy artillery, which is actually doing quite a bit. Surprised it's still firing. It's actually destroyed a lot of the ice. Not a bad idea. Break the ice, have the armor fall through. But alas, not in this situation. Pershing gets annihilated by the pack, just holding the line with the Panzer IV. Good job there. Not sure why I didn't retreat or drop smoke sooner. A little bad reaction time, Spartycus. Honestly, you could work on that. Because, again, if you're under fire, drop smoke so you get the hell out of there. And make sure your front armor is facing the enemy so it has a higher chance of bouncing, just in case they do fire like a direct shot at you. But if you do that quick enough, you should have been fine. Jackson opening fire against these guys. Again, no AT that I can currently see by Rosenid. So he needs Verkenwerfer or something, and looks like he'll be unable to get armor after this Panther. Because, yeah, this Panzer headquarters building about to blow itself. Well, about to blow up because of the Jackson here. He could move up the Panther to fight it, but that would be a very risky proposition. But we'll see what happens in this fight. Meanwhile, we have the Jackson that got pushed back, but once again by the pack. Again, a rifleman, barely alive, mind you. Like, god damn. I mean, no, they would be, yeah, they would be dead if a common cold hit them. But one positive note for the Allies is even though they have to fall back on this side, and even though that the Germans don't seem to like they're really in a position to counter, is the simple fact that they have caches down, which is helping their fuel input, giving them a small advantage over the Axis. Also, once again, pushing up the Panther, once again, realizing that's a fucking bad move. And, yeah, being swarmed and annihilated by the Jackson. Easily pushing it back. And, yeah, the American blob is now in town. Oh, God. So, Jackson now over the... Not Jackson. Panther over the ice. Jeez, getting everything mixed up today. Jackson, good a shot to break the ice to make it fall through. Well, it definitely hit. It didn't fall through the ice, but it will provide cover for the American advance if they want it. Americans crossing the bridge and the ice, because apparently that's safe when it's cracked up. Looks like they killed it. They're falling back. I assume they have a forward retreat point. Yes, they do, so they're not running too far. And the American infantry are coming around the flank. Support guns. Vet 4. Oh, no. Oh, 14 kills, Vet 4. I'm sorry, support gun. I'm sorry. You're definitely going to bite it. But you know what? You tried. And, Rosenid has no men. He has no men. Railway artillery's coming in. I guess he's trying to stop them from getting the support guns. Yeah, there it goes. Oh, boy. Well, at least he got out in time. Could have been a lot worse. Meanwhile, again, we can see here that Ozat is currently RDing the German positions in the back. Again, I'm assuming try to hit some of, maybe try to hit the artillery or try to hit the mortar carriages. I'm not entirely sure, but at least he does have a priest here, which can at least open fire on any of those positions if it wants to, or even destroy the pack gun. Honestly, be a little close range, and you have to make sure you hit it on the first few shots. But honestly, damn, it would definitely annihilate it and really kill it if it had time to really sink in the damage and do as much as possible. We have a recon going overhead, most likely to target these things. Maybe so that way the priest can return fire as it is his own recon. Maybe by the major? Yes, it's a recon provided by the major. Priest is now opening fire. I'm assuming it's going to hit this. Come on. Ah, just a little short. This thing, it's next to a minefield, so it could detonate some mines with these mortar half-track. A little bit short. Not entirely sure what the plan was there. Meanwhile, the Americans are quickly taken right. Yeah, so much so that AO has to come in to help Rosiant, who's, I guess, decided to fight. He's got himself some Volk squads, but he's going to need to get some veterancy and build up a lot quicker in order to actually stay in the fight. Panzer Grenadiers get a great bundle grenade, killing the rear echelons. But Spartacus, more than enough. Again, a lot of these American players have decent-sized armies, all in the mid-70s, while the Axis are down to, like, mid-40s at best, maybe upper 40s, honestly. Right now, the Allies are trying to take right and left, which could overwhelm and like surround the forces in mid, or at least him on the flanks. American forces already advancing for that exact reason, opening fire on the MG and Panzer Grenadiers. They're desperately trying to hold that front. Artillery, though, is opening fire in mid. I'm assuming trying to break up this stuff. Jackson advancing as well. Try to kill the bunker, I assume, with the American infantry, which is not being hit by anything, which is a concern because it's about to hit your flank. Smoke being dropped down for them to advance, and also we have something being called in. Time on target, I assume. No, it's major artillery. It's the major artillery. Again, very good if you can hit target, and it's not as many barrages as you may think, but if you get up to Vet 2, then it can fire more and more. So, again, always risk a war to get veterancy, or just use it as a retreat point, but I always try to get at least Vet 1 so you get additional recon. Panzer IV shredding the infantry, forcing them back. That's like 8 models right there that's currently in the water, if not more from that last shot. Panzer Grenadiers trying to go for the flank. We're not dealing with the Soviets, and we're not doing it like there's not really a bunch of armor you can just go back with Panzer Grenadiers and kill. A lot of them are Jackson, sure, but it's gonna take numerous hits, and I don't think you could survive that long, especially with a Stuart right there. It's Vet 3 that can do a lot of damage. They're falling back, good idea, but will they make it back is the question. Panzer Grenadiers run. Panzer IV, that doesn't mean you charge into the battlefield. That's probably not the best idea. Oh, nope. We have railway coming in. Panzer IV blitzing out of there, although, nope. Riflemen coming on the flank. Ooh, Ostwind trying to stop them. Fire the rifle grenades. No rifle grenades. Railway just annihilated some American infantry over here. We also, well, that, man, it hates that point a lot. We have double artillery now in the back. Again, they're versing priests, which I don't know how effective you're going to be against them. You can be very effective if you use counter barrage and you focus fire them, but we'll see. Right now, mortar carriage just going a little balls deep. Actually, oh, damn, Panzer IV died. Ooh, that's not good. Panzer IV, getting some heals under intense artillery bombardment. Again, I mean, this one has 5 kills, great. But the American forces, although down in terms of overall fighting force, in terms of riflemen for the most part. Okay, I take that back. The blob over here is doing fine. And look, Rosenant has rebuilt his army, so give credit. Oh, never mind. I say this and he immediately loses the unit. Rosenant, you're not helping anyone. You're really not. Yeah, this American force, equipped with bars, bazookas, incredibly powerful, pushing forward, and might split the Axis line. Again, we have nothing really over here except for a ragtag force. We have an Ostwind over here, which might do quite a bit if we can get a nice shot on that blob. Let me just turn the camera angle for a better shot. But the blob is advancing. Again, a lot of models being killed by the Ostwind right now, which is doing quite a bit. Very good against infantry. Let's not underestimate the power of the Ostwind. AT grenades being fired, though, I assume. Yep, at the Ostwind. They're all grouped together. This is where a good artillery shot would really come into play. Oh, there we go. Nice artillery kills a few models. Ostwind realizing, kill them before they escape. Trying to, he's giving chase. Run, Americans, run! Jackson opening fire, covering their allies in the middle of this fight. Ostwind realizing he fucked up. That body went flying. And great shot. Actually, I see a Pershing as well providing support. Very good job, Ozvat, for covering your ally. Really fantastic work. I'm sorry, Ozvar, for covering your ally. Damn it. Ozsat? Ozvar. There we go. I'm getting the names, I swear. I swear I'm getting them. Anyway, at least the Panzer IV made it back out. Well, relatively speaking. Stuart, though, being hit by the Ostwind. Where's the pack guns? Oh, right. They died from the artillery. Meanwhile, Pershing and Jack... Oh, my God. The Ostwind sunk the Stuart. No! No, live! Get out of there! I see you! Oh, no, he's still alive. He's still alive. Oh, nope, he fell in. Damn it. Oh... Man, that crew just went down. Ozsat saying easy. Hold on. Hold on. You have barely any riflemen and most of your armor has now died. I don't think it's quote-unquote easy because you just, well, lost that unit. Artillery is now, once again, continuing their bombardment. They are, oh my god. This AT gun, I think, is on an island. Oh, it's so close to being on an island. That would be hilarious if he's completely surrounded. Because I think the water's broken around him. So he couldn't get back because the little island. Oh, that would be hilarious. Help! I'm stuck. I can't get out. Oh, nice grenade. Plus we have we have artillery strike coming on in. Major strike, I assume, right? Because I'm not seeing time on target, so I'm assuming it's the major. Which, good job there. Riflemen advancing once again. Large American force on the right. Again, big blob, live tree. The thing the Germans, I'm surprised, aren't doing. First, the OKW player. Just sacrificing your units and honestly not getting upgrades. You could have really upgraded your men to like, where's your STG 44s? Like, that's your best opportunity here. I would say build Panzer headquarters, but you know, whatever. Looks like they're actually going heavy in the artillery department. They got another artillery piece being made. We have a Pak 43 being developed. The Germans are going defense mode and hoping they get the Allies. Problem is, the Allies once again have priests, which is a really good counter to artillery, especially having 3 of them, mobile and constantly on the move. We have a Ostwind being deployed. Panzer IVs are still in need of some heals. At least you have 1 Osttroopen alive. There goes that building. Yeah, so, I mean, right now they're trying to RD the base to death. Not a terrible idea, because again, that removes the buildings, as long as you can protect the base. And right now, looks like Spartycus is protecting it quite well. We have a lot of Panzer IV and Ostwind coming on in, which will shred infantry. On the right, we have a small blob coming on in, I'm assuming trying to fight armor or bunkers. Panzer Grenadiers trying to get close to kill the mortar carriage. Might get a kill. Does! The mortar... yeah, that finally got knocked out, which is a big plus, because now there's nothing really stopping it. Any, well, issue with that Panzer Grenadier squad just rushing up on that. Hell, you can actually grab a free Panzer strike while you're over there. You know, you could. Meanwhile, American forces pushing on the weak right-hand side of this middle point. The bunker... Wait, hold on. Something is suppressing that. I'm assuming it was the MG in here. Yeah, okay, there it goes. Low late, no, not enough points. Zeroing was called in, but I don't know where it was called in. I don't see any American casualties really anywhere. So I'm assuming it wasn't that effective. Although, once again, Ozsat is losing quite a bit of his men. So, don't know what he's doing per se. You're also over ice, so worry. This Sturm Pioneer squad's dead. He retreats it, but a little late. It will die. Pak 43 facing the wrong direction. Because, again, there's not really any armor over here. You really need to face over here where the armor is coming on in. Armor is charging. I don't know if he's... I'm assuming he's spotted the Pak 43. A bunker is being developed. Pak 43, you need to turn. You need to turn, Pak 43. You need to turn. You need to turn. Turn. Panzer IV deciding, F it, I'll go in to save the day. Bunker's destroyed, though. Panzer strike being fired, at the very least. Artillery's hitting, going slightly above that position. Oh, wait. Great shot. Gets about 10-15% damage. No, probably closer to 15-20% on the Jackson, pushing that sucker back. Pershing prepping to push. Panzer IV as well. Just again, I'll give credit. The Panzer IVs are holding and doing quite well. He's getting another Panzer IV. Michael, a Panzer IV force. Actually, holy mackerel, we have a counterattack of counterattacks. Mavi has finally got back up and decided to take back the left-hand side, which is crucial because that will give them 2 VP points to stop the bleed against them right now, which the Americans are coming back full force in, trying to stop and put an end to that. That Grenadier squad's dead. Yeah, Spartacus is like, nuh-uh, you're not killing him. Well, luckily these Ostwinds are doing a good amount of damage toward the infantry. They just need to survive. That's the big thing right now is, oh my god, Pak, kill the Pershing, come on. Oh, damn it. Got a shot. Need one more to really kill it. Fire! Damn it, doesn't break the ice. Ostwind still getting shots on the Rifleman. But unfortunately, Rifleman gonna kill that Pak gun quite quickly. Some artillery just got called in. It's sector artillery. Might do quite a bit of damage if they get some lucky shots in. Well, that's a lucky shot. That squad's dead. Can we get another squad dead? That'll be helpful. Pershing's like, no, you don't escape. So Ozsat is officially lost almost all of his men. His artillery's fine, but his infantry's pretty much goner. Pak 43 deciding, F it, just shoot him point blank. And you know what? Worked like a charm. with all the other armor support, Pershing didn't last very long. The riflemen trying to target the pack, but once again, 3 Panzer IVs and Ocwieja gonna shred you really quickly. And because of the ice, you have to... Well, hold on. Let's see. Oh, breaks the ice. Almost break... Oh, sends the squad into the water. That could have been good if they broke the ice a little more to the left, but alas, they did not. Meanwhile, yeah, Spartycus still has his Pershing, and he still has a good chunk of manpower and fuel. Osvar does as well, so we can easily deploy another. Instead, he deploys multiple Jacksons, so he's going with a, yeah, tank destroyer force. Jackson over here, but the Panzer IVs are advancing. I guess they're trying to use speed to just knock out these Jacksons. I mean, that's an interesting way to fight it. Mass Panzer IVs to just overwhelm the Jacksons. Hell, if they get quick enough, maybe they can overwhelm this Jackson. Again, unfortunately, Jacksons have range, so they need to close the gap quick if they want to win that battle. And also stay away from Rangers. Because, yeah, Rangers will annihilate you with their bazooka teams, because they have increased damage with them. Why? Because they're better trained. That's the reason. Just go with me here. Anyway, they're going to reman that pack gun, I assume. But nope, first they're going to hold back the range. Oh, damn it. Mortar half-track got annihilated. Meanwhile, Germans took mid. Barely, but they took mid. Dude! Charge the Panzer Grenadiers! This is perfect! Well, you have... Oh, my God. Dude, I have no idea why you pushed your priest up that far. But, dude, you are just about to get wrecked. Great shot. 1 priest down. Yeah, so I guess he was trying to get close to hit this artillery. But artillery's still alive, along with the Pack 43. Panzer IVs are healing. We still have the armor over here that we have to worry about. Plus, well, actually, good news. Alsat doesn't have manpower or... I mean, he has a good amount of fuel, let's be clear. But he's getting more riflemen, though. If they can take out this blob, that would be a huge plus. I don't know how the hell you do that without a Stuka, which, again, so far you've been unable to get for some damn reason. A Stuka would be perfect. But yeah, the big old blob right here would be perfect for an airstrike or something, but alas, we don't have that. All these are very slow, like, very powerful, but very slow abilities. You're not going to see something just... Okay, that was good. That was a decent hit. Killed some models and brought down some health. But you're not going to have something like a frag bomb just comes in and just wipes the floor with them. That's what you need right there, a frag bomb to deal with that blob. Meanwhile, we do have an armor force moving in. Triple Panzers moving on in against the Jackson and the Pershing. Panzer IVs realizing they're outclassed in that fight, pull back. Luckily, gets out of there without taking any more casualties. Panzer IV is able to make it out. We have Priest going on the left, and Jagdpanzer coming along the right. We do have a number of Jacksons, though, so this thing needs to stay back, otherwise the Jacksons will overwhelm it. Luckily, the artillery is helping cover it and causing quite a bit of damage right there. Again, you don't necessarily need artillery to hit fortified positions. You could use artillery like a creeping barrage just to hold the enemy back with a decent line until you can... Well, if they survive it or they are broken by it, then you just bring in the big guns. Or in this case, mass Panzer IVs. Which he got another one, actually. He got 4 now. Okay. Jackson's still going to range him. Pack gun, though, is going to range the Jackson. Hopefully pushing it back. Armor force on left. Ocwieja does bite the bullet, or bite the bucket. Bite the bucket. Kick the bucket. Jesus Christ. Bite the bullet. There you go. I mixed up 2 phrases. AT fire from this side just easily took it out. Again, both sections are still here, though, so a big push is needed. Unfortunately, though, Mavi doesn't have much left. So I don't know. These Panzer IVs really going to have to do some work to really win the battle. Panzer Grenadiers need to get back up to the front and quick. Panzer force moving in. Massive Panzer IV force knocks out the Jackson with ease. Pershing being overwhelmed by the amount of Panzer force. This could be the counterattack the Germans need. Now, we do have Jacksons somewhere. They're on the right. They're repositioning. But Panzer IV is advancing. Pershing unable to deal with the blitz. Pulling back, but just being surrounded. And they're hitting. Got a rear shot and take him out. Now, they're advancing into enemy territory. This is a big fuck no. because of the simple fact that you don't know what is in enemy territory. In this case, multiple Jacksons moving on in. Now, luckily, they're moving, so it's harder to hit. Now, the good news is they're at least using their speed and maneuverability to knock them out. Unfortunately, oh, they did kill the Jackson over there. Luckily, some of the infantry as well died. Jacksons are giving chase. Pack gun is moving on up to counter. This is a good target. They're over the ice. Hit them, break it, sink it. Luckily, they're easily being pushed back, but the Panzer IVs cannot engage. They cannot. They can't take triple Jacksons. Luckily, they're pulling back. Pack gun as well, unfortunately, got killed, but they did knock out the rifleman squad. They broke the ice, causing some damage against the infantry. Good artillery coverage and pushing them back. Overall, even though the Germans are down, that was the offensive they needed. They killed a Jackson, a Pershing, a AAT gun, at least one rifleman squad that I could see. Again, maybe not a huge victory, but still positive. Now, I don't know how bad you suck, Ozsat, or how easy you think this game is, but letting the enemy literally steal pack in front of your priest for them to kill it is not easy win. It's actually kind of a failure, honestly. When people say, oh, Greyshot, the game's pretty much over at this point. Nope. Germans showing that they may be down. It may not be the best, but goddamn, they're not giving up without a fight. Meanwhile, we do have another Pershing, but Spartycus is digging deep into his reserves. He can get maybe a Jackson, but that would be it in terms of his fuel, which I don't think he will do. Manpower-wise, it's going to take a lot to get his stuff back up. He'll still have a decent pool, but still. Meanwhile, again, Ozsat could easily deploy another priest. But it's going to be a while before he can deploy another priest or additional infantry and or armor alike. Half-track pulling on back. Again, that is not AI, so I guess he got that to just reinforce the front. AT grenade, nice shot. Meanwhile, Jackson's going after the Panzer headquarters, which is healed, facing the wrong direction once again. A Verkenwerfer would be very effective over here, or Pack 43, but alas, he has decided not to do that for whatever reason. Verkenwerfer would be fantastic against this stuff. Also, very nice job with the Vet 3 Jackson. Again, I don't know why you don't have something guarding over there, but whatever. Railway coming in mid, but Allies staying right outside of its range, or at least they should. Artillery, though, again, I believe counter barrage. Or I believe there's a counter barrage in effect. Nope, he's just targeting it. Okay. Wait, oh no. Alright, we still have 4 Panzer IVs. He lost a Panzerwerfer, but the Panzer IVs are still alive. Panzer IVs is still a go. Jagdpanzer are getting very close to being hit. Mass amounts of artillery hitting the field. Priest barely alive, pulling on back. If he would have lost that, that would have been... Woo-wee, that would have annihilated a good chunk of his men. And what I mean by that is, that's a lot of manpower down the drain. MG being easily flanked and not really paying attention, work on reaction time. I get what he's trying to do. He's working on his Panzer IVs, so he's not focusing on that. I would not charge with the Panzer IVs, because right now the Allies pretty much have a death grip in mid. They have enough AT that a direct charge would be suicidal. It would absolutely be suicidal. The best thing to do, honestly, would be come along this left-hand flank, especially with this priest over here, and annihilate that. Or move over here and just rip this things apart. Now, there are 1, 2, 3 Jacksons you have to worry about, but... Oh my god, he's charging forward. Not even with all of them, there's one in the back. But they overwhelmed the Jackson at the very least. But he still have AT. He lost the Panzer IV. He's backing up. He's getting out. He needs to kill the last one. He won't. He will not be able to. Bazooka team moving on in. Might get a final kill. Still pulling back. Pershing trying to get a final shot. Unable, out of range. Jacksons and infantry force just clearing the right. Not much stopping them. Right now, this guy, I don't know. Like, his artillery is doing fine now for coverage, but I think a Pack 43 would have been great over here to kind of stop these Jacksons, honestly. Placing mines, not a bad idea to stop an Axis charge. Infantry coming on over. Why are you charging with a priest? Why? Panzer IVs advancing once again, but it only has 3. And, well, okay, he can maybe get a 4th one if he gets that. Again, we still have the Pack 40 American variant. Oh, Railway gets a beautiful hit on the Pershing. Panzer IV going in for the kill. Artillery as well, hitting the area. get the kill. Panzer IVs not going down without a fight. They did kill the pack gun, but alas, a bazooka team by the Rangers knocked it out. Artillery, though, coming down full force, ripping them apart, pushing them back. And right now, Spartycus is down. He has not enough fuel right now. They're getting a ton of resources, don't get me wrong. They have a lot of caches, and the Axis are down on fuel. Let me be very clear on that. They are incredibly low. The Allies' push over here is affecting them majorly. But that was still a great engagement by AO. I don't know what happened, but you give this man a Panzer IV, and by God, he's going to do what he can. He's killed 2 Pershings with them, at least 2 Jacksons, multiple AT guns and riflemen. He's lost a few of them, don't get me wrong. But overall, for KD loss, not too shabby. Panzerwerfer, about 30 seconds away from firing. So yeah, it's not going to help. We have sector artillery coming in this sector to stop the infantry from pushing up. They have decrewed the artillery, by the way. Once again, not sure why he isn't focusing on that front, but he isn't. That's their biggest issue right now, is this blob coming in. Panzerwerfer, if he can get a shot on this blob, which, by the way, no offense, you have not been exactly reactionary to it. So come on, Panzerwerfer, you can do it. Well, you need to keep... Oh, wait. Damn, good sector assault. Never mind. I'm sorry, sector artillery came in, got two great shots, brought a lot of health down, and killed one unit. So good, very good. Meanwhile, Panzer IVs need some additional assistance. Luckily, he has enough for another one. Hopefully, he gets it. I'm rooting for him. Sexton's opening fire. We have 2 now on the field. Allstat has slowly built back his army. They do need to recapture right. And right now, I wrote... Hold on, what's your rank? Oh, you should know better, honestly. Panzerwerfer getting a lot of health damage, not really any kills. Yeah, so the big... Oh, wow, is that really still there? Dude, there's fuel, munition, and supplies right here. What are... Yeah, grab that. But yeah, the biggest issue right now is the fact that while the Panzer Force is doing great, god damn it, they're doing amazing. They're doing incredibly well. Unfortunately, the Allies are like this Jackson force. If they can get those Panzer IVs down of sight, they're done for. It's very easy for them to just be annihilated. Being honest, they need to do something to stop it. Unfortunately, Allstat has rebuilt his army quite fast, and Osvar still has a ton of manpower and fuel. Even Spartycus has got himself a Jackson and some men, even though he's taken a lot of hits for being the guy focusing mid. Luckily, the guy is taking right. Panzerwerfer gets a number of good models just killed. And, oh, artillery coming in. Come on, lucky shot over the ice. Come on. Oh, great shot on that priest. Beautiful shot, because again, half the health is gone from that. American blob, though, coming on in. Looks like Osvar is pushing on this left side now, which is going to be especially difficult, as there's not really any MGs or anything to stop this. They're facing the wrong way, and it's MG34. We have this pack gun, which I assume hit it. Oh my god, half-track trying to stop him, but not enough. Right now, Allies have control of 2 victory points. Oh, nope. With the guy taking right, at least the Germans all have one more. They need to stop the blob. Panzer IVs have to play defensive now, but they can't charge because the rifleman coverage, and the Jacksons will just hit them from range. So they need to pull back. Luckily, the Pak-43 is still there. So if they keep advancing, turn that sucker and use it. Luckily, Jacksons walk into it. There we go. Beautiful shot. Bring it down to such low health. Come on, Panzer IV. Gets a good shot. Panzer IV pulling back. One died, though. It's a mixed bag. I mean, again, if you target with the Pak-43, it could absolutely hit this. It's still within range. Railway coming on in. Again, still in range if they target it. They do. Half health. Come on. Pak-43, do your thing. Another kill with the Pak-43. And Jackson's retreat. That's 2 Jacksons down. And a lot of Germans died, but at the very least, they killed 2 Jacksons. Still, overall, I would say it's a loss for the Germans, but they did inflict some major casualties toward them. Meanwhile, Ranger Squad being hit by the Panzer IV. Bazooka team bringing down the last one. I don't think he's going to be able to kill it in time. He's focusing on vehicles. He is attacking, but yeah, it's so low on health that, yeah, it's just a goner. He does have one last Panzer IV left. But AO, I'm sorry, I don't think your Panzer Force is going to win this. By far, the best thing about this replay is the Panzer IV Force. I love them. God damn. That was great. Artillery still coming down. And by the way, in case you're wondering, like, Greyshot, why aren't you, like, talking about this guy? Because Osvar is kind of blobbing, honestly. Like, I don't really care that much for this because the enemy could counter this. They could use MGs. They could use mortars. They could, like, there's a number of ways to kill this. Panzerwerfers, Stukas, OKW specifically, Stukas, support guns, minefields, especially since he went fortifications. There's ways to kill this. I'm just surprised he isn't trying to do something to do that. Or especially, like, if you built the Pack 43 back here and now the Jacksons come up, boom, 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 mine it up, they would have died. Now, luckily, the Allies have placed a ton of mines over here, so if he pushed up with any armor, it's pretty much going to be stopped. Yeah, at this point, the Panzer IV force has been diminished greatly. He can maybe deploy one more, but that's long. I mean, we're long past the days of 5 Panzer IVs charging the enemy. It's a bit sad to see, but I think the Axis have no more tricks up their sleeve. The Blob is coming in, Pack 43 remanned. Panzer IV is opening fire, but there's way too many T-grenades fired at that Panzer IV, stopping it. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. Luckily, still getting some good shots, bringing over a health down of the Pack 43. Infantry force coming along the side. We still have now 3 priests opening fire on the Germans, and once again, if they had something, they can move this way, but they're not. At the very least, the Germans have done that. I've seen a lot of games where they just sit there and don't do anything. So I'll be positive on that. But the Panzer Force really can't stand up to all this armor moving on in. Pack 43 is their best shot, but alas, it's decrewed. Yep. AO, I completely I completely get you. I do. I mean, they're not the best. They're absolutely not. I think at this point you're just charging in, because why not? Alright, I'll fast forward. At least he's being like, you're clueless. At least, I mean, hold on. Rosinit. Give me a second on that one. Because I really don't like it as well when, like, he didn't do anything negative, but let's see how clueless the Axis teammates are. Allies, again, doing pretty well, taking the point. Nice grenade right there, pushing them back. Allies have complete control, pretty much. They don't have right. This guy to put all of his fuel back into another Panzer headquarters building, which kind of cost him a lot. But yeah, Allies finally broke through mid. Not much stopping them. And yeah, so let's double check the battle damage. Overall, Allies very close. Osvar got more kills. That makes sense. He kind of focused on the weaker enemy, honestly, because yeah, Rosinit lost all of his men numerous times. And, yeah, had at one point no armies, so, yeah, he got least damage. So if you're trying to say, I did well, no, you didn't. You could have really, like, a Verkenwerfer could have stopped your Panzer headquarters from dying. But yeah, Osvar did get slightly more damage, but they're all very close. They're all very, very close. By the way, thank you to my B4chan supporter, Spartycus. I know usually reserve today for an RNG God supporter, but if I don't receive a replay from you guys, I fall back to a B4chan supporter, aka a Patreon supporter who donates an incredible amount and supports me so very much. So thank you very much, Spartacus, for supporting me. Any case, Mavi did most kills. Again, if I had to say why that was, that's actually kind of an interesting question. Or why did Mavi you? I'm assuming your mortars? Panzer Grenadiers, actually, 67 kills. Hot damn. Hot damn. Your mortars, oh, the flak panzers as well. That did quite a bit. The mortar half-tracks did quite a bit. Yeah, so it's a little bit of everything. Everyone chipped in. Oh, yeah, your artillery as well. That probably helped. And then AO got most damage. His armor force was easily the best of the Germans, even though it was medium armor. Like, that Panzer IV push actually was doing work. And there was moments where I could see, wow, they are defeating small groups of allied armor. Even if the allies combined forces, yeah, the Panzer IV force can't beat them. But because they were spread out, absolutely, they were doing a lot of work. Also, good job, Mavi, for moving in and killing the priests. Good job there. You definitely knocked out quite a bit because Ozsat, yeah, the weakest player here. Even though he got a little more kills, he lost quite a number of his forces. A lot of men lost. A lot of men lost. I think a few more priests could have been killed. Absolutely. A little bit sad that you couldn't try to take out more, but overall efficiency was not great for the priests, so maybe they weren't doing as much as I thought. But they were charging pretty far into the line, so yeah, that wasn't a good idea. But in any case, 2 MVPs of this game would definitely, if I have to give 2, for blobbing, that award would go to Osvar. For defending mid and trying to do what you could, Spartacus did very well. Ozsat was the jinxed the map, saying easy, and then end up being pretty much pwned. He had the smallest army for quite some time on the allied side. Mavi did pretty well, though again, he kind of sacrificed men to the chopping block, but at least he held for the most part. AO did fantastic with his armor. His infantry could have been better. Rosinant was probably the weakest player in this game. Need to really work on your micro. Need to work, because again, that triple grenade, oh, mwah, that was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. So many men dying. The Rifleman squad's like, hot damn. Like, it would literally, in Halo, you would just keep hearing sounds by the amount of men dying from was just one grenade. Was it, Kill Apocalypse or so? I would assume that's what it would be, or something more insane. But in any case, this has been Greyshot117, and I'll see all of you next time. Hello everyone, and before you go, I want to thank the October patrons, which include GTA, Jakub, Spartycus, Ace, Aldo Lopez, Chris Bailey, Folkford, jrchicklis, Ollie, Pyroshark, Rifle, Streakingwookie, Joey G, 240, Josh, Milam, and Mustaach. Thank you all so very much for your amazing support. This has been Greyshot17 and his amazing patrons, and we'll see you next time.